Lots of courses or videos teach the basics of finding a product and getting started, but your business really starts after you've made your first sale. Now is when you have to keep up the momentum and ensure that everything is running smoothly. So in this module, we're gonna go over the most important points and things to do after you've made your first sale. Lots of these are things that I've learned along the way and find helpful, or things that I wish I would have known before I started selling. This module gets into the more detailed tasks and situations that you'll start running into once you begin selling. These are the things that we're gonna cover: monitoring your listings and your competitors' listings. We'll discuss what's important to keep tabs on and how to automate the process to save you time. We're also gonna cover how to keep your seller account in good standing with Amazon and why that's so important. During that lesson, we'll also touch on how to monitor your account health, your customers' experience with your products, and how to get negative seller feedback removed from your account. We'll also cover how to best communicate with your customers. Customer service is the core of any good business, and on Amazon, this can be a little tricky. You'll also learn how to handle all buyer-seller messaging so that you're effective and stay within the terms of service. Next, we'll cover storage fees, which can catch you off guard and eat away at your hard-earned money if you're not careful. We'll go over both short and long-term storage fees and give you a few tips on how to minimize them. We'll also touch on storage limits and how to get unlimited storage at Amazon's warehouses. Finally, we'll also talk about how to remove returned or unsellable inventory and what to do with it. It's inevitable that you will get products returned, damaged, lost, or stranded, so knowing how to handle these situations before they come up will put you one step ahead of the game. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. In this lesson, we're gonna cover how to monitor your own listings and those of your competition. Now, it's a good idea to monitor things closely right after you launch in order to see how you're doing. For existing listings, you'll probably wanna monitor various items at longer intervals, such as weekly or monthly. We also have a few tools to help you automate some of these tasks. The first one is alerts. This allows you to receive alerts in-app and by email for your own products or your competition. We also have Rank Tracker, which will automatically track your page rank or where your listing shows up on Amazon's search results for different keywords. But ultimately, why should you monitor listings? Well, firstly, the launch period is really important for ranking, so you want to make sure you're putting your best foot forward right at the start. Secondly, ongoing monitoring of your listings is important to keep your customers happy, stay in touch with them, stay on top of trends and changes in the market, keep you at the top of the rankings, and preserve your sales velocity. Now, some times that you want to monitor your own products include newly launched products of your own, monitoring reviews, new sellers who are potential hijackers, and keyword ranking to keep on top of their relevance, impact, and efficiency. Now, these things are important to monitor ongoing after launch. Changes to listing components, such as title, bullets, description, photos, buy box price or ownership. Then, new competition. Are there new competitors in the market? Then, new trends. Are there new competitors doing something that will have a major impact on you, such as improvements to their product or bundling and so forth? Or are they offering different styles, colors, sizes, etc.? Do you need to adjust to stay competitive? Next is your competitors' listings. Are you keeping up with the competition? Are your pictures still the best, or have trends changed or competition stepped up their game? The next thing to track is reviews. It's still important to always read new reviews even after launch. Maybe not as often, but still important so that you can mitigate any negative reviews and gain insight into your customers' wants and needs. Then you can continually improve upon your product when you reorder. Next is to monitor upvotes and downvotes on your listing for competition that might be messing with you. Next, a new seller on your private label listing, as this can mean a hijacker. And again, keyword ranking for relevance, impact, and efficiency. And finally, PPC. Now let me show you the two different Jungle Scout tools to help you out. The first is our alerts tool. Now, there are two different places that you can set up alerts. The first is within My Products. This is where you track your own listings. To get there, just come down to My Products and Product Settings. This is where you can turn on alerts. You'll see all of your products here, and to turn on an alert, you'll see this little bell icon on the right-hand side. Select the product that you would like to turn them on for and click the bell. The second place to set up alerts is within the product tracker. To get there, just come up to Find Products, the product tracker. Now, if we select one of our groups and scroll down to view the listings that we have here, you can in fact come across to the right and hit the little bell icon to track these listings. You can track your competitors' products and see any changes that happen to their listings. To go into the settings, go up to Settings here, and then across to Alert Settings. Now, inside of our Alerts tool, these are the different things that we monitor. BSR, or daily rank changes. You can receive an alert when your BSR changes by a certain percentage. Price, this is your daily price changes, and you get alerted when the price changes by a percentage. Rating, this refers to changes in star rating. Receive an alert when the rating falls below 2 stars, for instance. Reviews, this is when a review is added or removed. Listing, this is for any listing changes, such as the title, dimensions, category, or main image. Buy box, this is when the buy box owner changes. New seller, when a new seller is added to a listing. Availability, when a product's availability changes, such as being suppressed, out of inventory, or the listing is closed. Next, I'm going to show you your email settings if you'd prefer to receive these alerts via email. To do so, come up to Settings, Email Settings. Here you can determine the frequency of emails that you would like, as well as the time that they get sent, and then also include a sales snapshot of any of your Seller Central accounts as well. So that's how you set up alerts within Jungle Scout. The next tool that we're going to cover is the rank tracker. To begin, come down to Start Tracking. Select your marketplace and then enter in an ASIN. This is our product, the Jungle Sticks. Clicking Next. I now need to add a keyword list. At this point, you have two options. Either use an existing keyword list or enter keywords manually. In this example, I'm going to choose a list I already have for our marshmallow sticks. Come to Add Product. Now you'll see if I click the drop down here, it will show us where we rank. So for the term Jungle Sticks over on Amazon, we're ranked in the first position. You can also click on any keyword rank to see how that keyword has ranked historically. One thing to note here is that the rankings can fluctuate throughout the day. If you go onto Amazon and search for these keywords in order to check for yourself, you might find slight variations in the ranking, which can be due to a variety of things such as your browser, the device you're using, past search history, and when we're checking versus when you are. Do note that we track these rankings in real time, so we do need that initial 48 hours to start collecting data. We show you when we last updated this data. You can also see the PPC bid that you would require in order to increase the ranking for that particular keyword. Then you can see the exact search volume for that particular keyword. So that can give you an idea of how important is it for you to increase the ranking on that keyword, because is it bringing a lot of traffic or is it not? So if there's low search volume, then it may not matter if you're not ranked up high. But what you want is that the high search volume keywords, these are the ones that you wanna focus on ranking higher for. The next thing to consider when monitoring your listings is to keep a backup of your existing listing. Let's go over to the Jungle Scout Listing Builder. Once you're inside Listing Builder, if you already have an existing listing here that you've been working on, what you can actually do is come over to the right-hand side and duplicate this listing. I would do this if I was looking to make some changes to this listing. I would duplicate it so that I've got a backup of the current one in case anything happens or the new listing doesn't perform as well as you'd like it to. You've essentially got a backup and a version of the old one. The last thing to consider is to monitor any returns and the reasons for them. So areas that you can do that within Seller Central, come up to Performance and then come down to Voice of the Customer. You can see information here, such as the top return reason. You can also look at things such as the account health, which we're going to dive into in more detail in the next lesson. Finally, you can also generate return reports, which will give you more information on the return rate and the reasons for them. Now that we've covered monitoring your listings, let's dive into the next lesson where we're going to be talking about all things account health. In this lesson, let's talk about your Amazon seller account health and performance. Now, you always want to be in the good graces of Amazon since you need them more than